Today's recipe is a quick, simple, easy main course. The name you may ask? Malai Pyaaz. Let's begin. Well, this recipe primarily is for those days when you do not have too many ingredients in the pantry, when you do not have too much time to hang around in the kitchen, and you do not have the inclination to really cook as such. Malai Pyaaz, very simple, very quick. Let's begin with regular vegetable oil, a little more in this case. Cumin seeds, and along with this, sliced green chili. Let's add in sliced red onions. At this point in time, the quantity of onions seems to be a little too much, but that's absolutely fine. Onions will begin to cook, turn translucent, and begin to wilt. That is when we start adding in the remaining ingredients. Time to add in sliced tomatoes, and along with this, a couple of ground spices. Beginning with turmeric, moving on to red chili powder, some home ground garam masala, kasuri methi, kalonji, and amchur. And while all of this is getting sautéed, let's also add in some freshly cut coriander leaves. Now, let's begin to mix. Well, at this stage now, this is a wonderfully sautéed mixture of onions, tomatoes, and a couple of spices, of course. Now, you can divide this recipe into three parts. The first one, of course, is a beautiful sauté of onions, which could double up as a wonderful sabji or a chutney or as a little bit of an accompaniment. The second part of this recipe could be, at this stage, you add in a mixture of curd and besan. So say a cup of curd and a teaspoon of besan, you mix it together and add it at this stage. So that would literally curdle and curdle up and become like a thick kadhi. So that could be recipe number 2. But the purpose of today's recipe is to make Malai Pyaaz. So at this stage, we add in malai. Just a couple of tablespoons of regular water. And finally, the remaining coriander leaves. Let's mix this well. And with this, your Malai Pyaaz is done and ready. And with this, of course, the flame. Well, this goes amazingly well with parathas, with chapatis, with phulkas, with puri, or even with luchi. Well, when some people sit to eat, they generally like to eat pyaz along with their sabji and roti. It could be mukka pyaz, kata pyaz, or whichever version of pyaz. But when you have a pyaz ki sabji, here is a bigger question. What would you serve that with? Let me know in the comment section. This is me, Varun, signing off. Bye for now.